One thing that's going on is we're still crying for Jesse Hernandez, Paul Childs, Micheal Marshal, Paul Castaway. We've been crying. We're still crying for these people as we sit up here and cry today for Dion. And we just want to know this is our community. We grew up in this neighborhood. We grew up down the street in the west side. And we've been going through these killings for many, many, many of years. And right now it's time for this shit to stop. It's time for people to come forward. And you know what? And it's time for us to get together.
I just want to talk about how police abuse is presently one of the most serious human rights violations in our community and in the United States. We all see the past 2 decades, numerous accounts of brutal beatings, fatal chokeholds, and the everyday homicide that murderous cops are committing against our family, friends, and our community.
You're the real robber!
Yes.
You robbed me of my brother. You robbed his wife of a husband. You robbed his children of a father. You robbed his mother of a son. His sisters of a brother. You're a murderer. You're a murderer.
I just think now this latest murder of Dion Avila in the presence of his wife and child just feet from him, murdered by Motts, who has been involved, like Jason said, in 2 other shootings. One where he shot a man who was laying down on the ground. He shot him twice in the head, once in the back. So I just kind of want to tie things together. Our city's undergoing a lot of gentrification right now. And with this comes, pushing us out of the communities that we have a right to be in. And with the affluent people moving in and the affluence moving into our neighborhoods, the presence that they have to get police to come out and start patrolling. We have more profiling. Everybody knows what Sherrod's going through right now.
I come from this neighborhood. I'm not going to see my children and my grandchildren being killed in the street and getting away with it anymore. They're not executioners because they have a badge and a gun that doesn't give them authority to come in and kill our children in the street.
For 20 years. For 20 years, there has not been a cop charged for shooting anybody in this city. And the one thing that's remained throughout White and Whitman is that Nick Rogers has been the police union president throughout all of this. Nick Rogers was kicked out of Little League sports in Jefferson County for being too brutal with the children. This is the man that heads the police union. And so we need to connect the dots.
And for all the media out there who is trying to villainize my brother, trying to paint him as some villain to justify the killing that Jeff Motts did, the murder that Jeff Motts committed. Fuck you, media!